Good morning, my name is Katarzyna Harvey and I work for Monet International School as an IB teacher and a university and careers advisor. I've been working in the IB system for over 16 years and also helping students apply for their universities and choose their careers for around the same length of time. How do we work with students at Monet School? First of all, we work with them in groups to show them different career options and university options. And then we start regular individual meetings. What happens at these individual meetings? I try to get to know the students. Of course, I teach many of them, but not all of them. And I try to learn about their individual strengths and weaknesses, their dreams, their hopes, and their possibilities. How do we guide students towards their actual university degree subjects? And of course, their countries they'd like to apply to. First of all, we keep in contact with students from previous years and a wide network of universities in many different countries and continents. In the last few years, we've had most applications to the UK, many to the Netherlands, and some to Spain, Switzerland, Scandinavia, Canada, the US, and of course, many in Poland as well. How do we advise students on their individual subjects? Well, first of all, we see how they're doing in their IB program, of course. Sometimes a subject may prove to be rather too challenging. Sometimes it may be not challenging enough. How do we prepare to actually apply for particular university degrees and particular universities in different countries? First of all, we look at a wide variety of internet resources. We meet up with certain universities. We invite universities to come and meet with our students at our school, and we go to various university events. Of course, students can't visit every single European university for an open day, but we try and advise them to go to at least 2 or 3 before they make their final decision. We also keep in touch with our alumni from Monet International School and also contacts from many other IB schools. So for instance, we like to know what the real student experience is like in the US, the UK, Netherlands or Poland. Sometimes the university's own materials are rather glossy and unrealistic. We like to know what it's actually like living and studying there. In our present year of applicants right now, our final IB students, we have students applying to a very wide variety of universities and subjects. We have students applying for law, for business, for economics, fashion design, biochemistry, environmental science, psychology, European languages, and many other subjects. How do we help with the actual applications? After students have been to a virtual open day or a real open day, they start to get a feel for where they would like to live and study. Then we look at how their actual school grades are going. For some students, they may need to do some extra study to reach a certain level. For some students, we need to find a plan of extracurricular activities, for instance, some particular types of volunteering or work experience that will make them a more attractive candidate for the university. Then we check all the possible aptitude tests that need to be taken. These are particularly important for law and medicine. In many countries, an extra test has to be taken at the very start of the recruitment process. Then we decide which countries to narrow down the choices to. We look at all the deadlines and we start to help the student plan their actual application. Most countries require something like a personal statement, an application essay, and this isn't something that can be written just in one weekend. This should be planned, in close contact with me, written, rewritten, checked, and edited, perhaps. Once the students send their personal statements or application essays to the relevant university, we see what other supporting documents are also needed. Very often, previous year's school reports are needed, transcripts of grade, and very often also references from particular teachers, form teachers or subject teachers. I help to coordinate all of this paperwork so that it reaches the universities on time and to make sure that students improve their chances of an early reply from their chosen university. Once they start to get their offers, usually in the spring just before their IB exams, very often they are faced by the question which universities to reject themselves. Sometimes they can't keep all of their offers. They have to keep just 2, for instance, in Britain. And it's very important to make a strategic choice on which ones to keep and which ones to reject. Then, of course, students are working hard for their IB exams. And then comes the very important stage when they're waiting for their results. Then we get the very important date of the 5th of July of the student's final year, when they get their IB results. I work together with them to see if the results are sufficient for their chosen universities. In many cases, the results may even be better than expected. What do we do then? A student can, of course, remain at their chosen first choice university. Some of them decide to withdraw their application and apply to another university yet, which is always an option. Sometimes for personal reasons, they decide to withhold their place, to keep their place for another year and have a gap year. Most universities are very happy to keep a good student with deferred entry, to keep them just for another year. But in most cases, our students go straight to university in September or October after completing their IB studies. Very occasionally, they are missing a grade, and then we work with the universities to see if they are on a waiting list or if they need to improve one subject or reapply, but this is rather rare. Thank you very much for your time and patience. I'm very happy to answer any questions about university guidance, careers guidance. Please contact me via Monet International School. Thank you very much.